Sprocket 314, and I have been developing a Vassal module for Volition, the card game, and I wanted to show you how to do it, how to get started. All right, so you can see, hopefully you can see my screen, and you have to go to vassalengine.org. You can see here, and it will automatically detect, which machine are you browsing from. In my case, it's a Mac. We're using the Apple Silicon chip, and basically just click on download. I already downloaded it, and you will install it. And then once you install it, you need to go to modules. So you will go to modules, and then they are sorted by name. So you will go to the V for Volition, and then if we scroll down, you can see here Volition CCG. So now we just click on that, and you can see there that there are a number of releases. I would definitely recommend to ignore the old ones and just go for the latest one, which is the 0.4. So if you click on the link, you're going to be downloading it. And well, I already have it, but basically you just download it, and it's only 48 megs, and it contains all of the images of the cards, everything you need to play the game. So now you have done those two things. You downloaded Vassal, and you downloaded the module, which is basically the game. Um, you're ready to go. Also, Vassal is an amazing platform, and it's open source, and it's completely for free. And you can play online, which you're gonna see right now. And they have many thousands of games that you can also play. But we're here to play Volition, right? So let's go right into it. So we just need to launch Vassal, and basically you can see here have a number of modules already there. In your case, it would be empty, and they will have like a free tour of Vassal that you already deleted, and you just need to basically say open module. So you just open module, and then you just choose the module that you just downloaded. In my case, I already have it. I even have a new version. I'm going to be using the latest version that is not been published yet. So this is for your eyes only, Premiere exclusive. And when you right click on it, you can see you can open the module, you can edit the module, or you can remove the module. Um, for most people, what you want to do is to open the module. You can also just double click it, and it will also open it. In my case, I use edit all the time because I make changes to the module. Feel free to make your own changes. Those changes will be performed locally. If you want to share your new modifications, you want to contribute to the open source project, feel free to share it with the Vassal community. You can ping me in the Discord channel for Volition, and we can discuss your changes. I can have a look at your module. You can send it to me, and then we can upload it together if you want. But most people are just going to use it, so just open the module, and normally it will load up all the images in memory. I already have that done, so it will basically have a progress bar telling you that it's loading all those images. And then you have some options here. So you can play a game offline, but that's not really what you want to do. You want to play online, right, with other people. So you look for a game online. You're gonna say finish. In your case, the very first time they're gonna ask you for a username. I already have my own. You can see me here, Sprocket314. In your case, they will just ask you for a username and a password. The password can be anything. It can be one, just the number one. It doesn't matter. It's only in your own local machine, so nobody can steal your username. It's just something local. So yeah, I'm here in the main room. The main room is not for playing. The main room is for chatting. So you can send messages like "Hello guys," and then anyone for a game. Okay, and basically, if nobody has a game app, that's how you do it. You just basically create a new room. So you're gonna say my game, create, and you can see I left the main room and now I'm inside my game. So I'm there waiting for people. While I wait, I can be just waiting, or I can actually create a new game. So I'm gonna create a new game, and then I need to choose a side. I can be an observer. That would defeat the purpose of playing. but basically there are two seats and there are infinite number of observers. So you can basically take the player one seat, which is what we're gonna do. But any other people can take the other seat and start playing, or they just want to see how people are doing, maybe in a tournament or maybe a referee. You can just choose the observer. So we're gonna say finish. They're gonna ask you if you want to start a log file. I don't need a log file at the moment. Log files are more interesting for playing by email because you can also play by turns. Probably you would like to play live. So I'm gonna say no. And then you can see a number of things. You can see here this tab is my player one's hand. So this hand is where I'm gonna have my cards secret from the opponent, and the opponent is not gonna see anything from my hand. They cannot don't have access to it. They cannot see it. They cannot even see it face down. They cannot see how many cards I have in my hand. They cannot see anything. So this is something that we're gonna park for now. I'll show you later a bit more about that. So I'm gonna make it a bit small, and I'm gonna show you a little bit how to interact. You can see that the board is bigger than it doesn't fit. So you can go here to the zoom options and you can say fit visible, and then now you have everything that you can see. And we have some space, so I'm gonna make it a bit better. And you can see that there are already two decks. You know, this is player one and this is player two. If I try to use player two, I can even right click and nothing's happening for player two. But if I go here, I can draw cards, and I can do a number of options. I can shuffle my deck. Let's give it a shuffle. I can draw multiple cards in one go. So basically, if I say draw 5 cards, then just basically I say 5 cards, right? And then when I click and drag, these are 5 cards. And you can see if you double click, you unstack them, and if you well, you can double click again, or you can also draw a square around them, and then you can move the entire stack as one. So we're gonna put those back into the deck. So more things we want to see. So now we don't need, you can see these little arrows. The arrows is like a connection, like an internet connection. So if you already got someone in player two, right, and they already, by the way, to join a game, this is important. If there is other people, you can go inside the folder, right, inside the room, and then you just need to double click on the user, and then you will join the game. You will just have the wizard, and it will tell you which seat do you want to take, player two or observer, and then you say player two, and then you will go and open up the whole thing, and you will see the same thing as here. So once both players are there, you can click on the arrows and get rid of that. You don't want to. You can always go back, and you can see some interesting things here. It says retire. So when you click retire, you can actually switch sides. You can become an observer. Somebody can take your seat. So maybe it's a team event. You play one game or you play half of the game, and you could do all sorts of things. You can switch side. This can be disabled. I left it on. I'll probably um, leave it on for now, and I can remove it in the future. But I hope that people will play nice. That they will play nice. So I just cancel. I'm still playing one. And then here you can see the deck builder. So that's the thing I want to show you now, how to create your own deck. The game comes with two decks that are exactly identical. I only change the card backs, the color, just to differentiate them. But the deck is a Theta deck, Theta monocolor deck that I put together. But you may want to create your own deck, right? So that's what we want to do. So I'm gonna click on deck builder, and something appear here, right? So I'm gonna expand it to see all of the options, and I'm gonna move this like that, and I'm gonna also make it a little bit bigger just to see the full card. There you go. And then we have a number of options here. So you have the full card list with all of them by alphabetical order. You have the list of all the mortals, all the events, all the items, all the traps, all the masterminds, all the resources, and also a decree counter. So you can put a decree counter, and you can just rotate it, just to show that you have 3 decrees. But you may just announce it. In this game, in the Vassal module, you don't have any audio options or video options, so you will probably want to use the Discord channel, the audio capabilities of the Discord channel that we have in the Volition Discord channel. So you can just set up some channel there for playing, and then you can just use that to interact with audio. Talking about interactions, before I forget, if you press the option or Alt in Windows, it would be the Alt command. If you press and hold Alt or Option and then left click, you create this flare. So you can point at things in the board, and basically, you can show a card. Imagine you have to pick a card at random. You can put them on the board, and then you can just say that's the one I want you to discard. And then because you cannot touch their cards. As you can see, you cannot touch their cards. They have to do it themselves. And imagine somebody goes and flares. Let's say we have three cards, and they say they were in my hand. So I'm going to show the hand now. I think it's the right moment to do that. So we can make it the size we want. And basically, we just ooh, this is quite big, right? So we can say fit visible, and maybe that's well, we can click and flip it. So now we know what we got, and then you can resize it as you like. And the important thing is that you every time you drop it on top of the cards, they align automatically. So you can see the kind of hard hand that you have drawn, and you can keep drawing cards, and then they keep appearing there, right? And nobody can see that, only me. So imagine I put so. Oh, sorry, I don't want to do that. So I will have to flip the cards, and I can also select with a square. I could just select all of them, right? And then well, that didn't work. I think it's because they are not stackable. They will remove the stackable trait so that they don't stack on your hand. You want them to be separated. So then somebody will come and say, I want you to discard that one. So then I will go and I will just put it directly on the discard pile. The discard pile is always face up. So when you put things on the discard pile, it just goes face up. And then you just drop your things back into your hand. There you go. And then whoop, that one didn't. There you go. And then we can just flip them back. There you go. So you have your hand now. So one of the things that is another feature that you have here is imagine that you run out of cards, the entire deck is in the discard pile, or you have to reshuffle your hand and your discard pile back into your deck. You just need to send discard pile to deck, boom, and then they're there, and then you can just say shuffle, and then all done. I don't auto shuffle the deck because you have the sort ability. The sort ability allows you to rearrange your deck. The cards, if it's sort 4, then you can rearrange the top 4 cards of your deck. So if you have auto shuffle, every time you do anything with the deck, it will automatically shuffle the deck. So that will destroy the sort capability. But you can always shuffle, right click shuffle. One more thing before I forget, if you get a card and you flip it or not, the idea is, if you just hover over it, you see, if you hover over it, it just makes it really huge, so you can really read it better. So that's a capability that you can read the card. Let's put another one. There you go, and you just hover over it and leave it a little few seconds. You get a full card there, and you can read what it does. And another thing you can do is you can place a token, and it goes in the corner here. You can place multiple tokens. You can delete the token, or you can, and it will stack. So again, you have to double click if you want to move the token around, um, and so you have to double click to make it free. Okay, once it stacks together, and then you can um, delete the token, delete the card. You can do all sorts of things. You can rotate just to show that you exhausted the card. You can do like that. You can rotate it back. And you can do all sorts of things. You want to delete the token, just click delete. Boom, no more token. Okay. So here again, rotate, rotate, and then you can put the resources in the place. This is a mortal, so you just put it over here, for example. And the idea is that you can organize your cards. Of course, you need a mastermind, so you can just go right click, draw specific cards from the deck, and you say, yeah, I want to use, let's say, the basic mastermind. That's the one. So you just pick it and just put it here in the mastermind, and then you will have some. You will have to do what it says. No, it sets your deck for a standard resource. Okay, so you can say draw a specific card, and then you say theta influence generator. That's the one I want, right? And then you can, there you go, you got it there. If you be careful, because you put it too soon, it will stack, and then you cannot see how many you got. You can leave some space, and then that way you can see how many you got. I have to decide like this instead of making it unstackable, because it's more convenient to make everything stackable, and also for the tokens. The tokens need to be stackable. So that was a decision I had to take. And more important now is how to make the decks, right? We were talking about making decks. So you're gonna choose, for example, masterminds, right? So you're gonna say, for example, I'm gonna get the basic one. Let's say the basic one. There you go. Oh. And then you just drag and drop. And then you say, okay, commander says, okay, and I want a double width. I want a double color one. So you got those three masterminds, and then you choose some mortals. Okay, that one, and I want the attack reaper as well. Conspicuous pair, which makes no sense, because I shouldn't be picking tricolor now. And then basically you keep adding cards to your deck until you have the legal number of 50 cards plus 3 masterminds, so it's 53. And then you just draw a square, and then you just move them, all of them, to the discard pile, and then you can do right click, save deck. And then basically you just give it a name. Let's say my amazing deck, which is illegal at the moment. I'm gonna put .sav, use the format, and it's saved. And now let's say, for as an example, I'm gonna send it to from the discard pile to the deck. So I have nothing here on the discard pile, and I can say load deck, and I get my amazing deck here. There you go. There you go, and you can see all the cards are there, the same card. Imagine, let's put them back. Imagine that I want to load a different deck, and I already have something there. So I could say, this deck, for example, this deck has all sorts of things. Let's say I want to load my amazing deck on this one. I can say load deck, and I say my amazing deck. And now you have noticed that there's only a few cards there, only a few, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? And there's no more. There's no 53 cards, or that's because you completely destroy. You replace basically the the deck. So then if you say send to discard pile today, then you have that, and then you can move the whole thing, and then you can replace it. You can load the deck, and you can load any other deck. You can let's say the master one. There you go. So here we are. So you know now how to create your own deck, how to get a degree counter. When you have all these things done, you can remove the deck builder again. Just by clicking the thing, it will disappear. You can bring back the online thing if you want, or not. And then you can resize the screen to make it bigger, as you please. I normally put here the player hand, and I just make it very long. That way I can keep adding. I can sorry. I can keep. Well, just, I can keep adding cards to my deck. That was funny. Okay, so yeah, that's how you get started with this Vassal module. For the player two, I just to remind you, if you do retire player two, then you move to the player two, and then you can start using their cards, and then now you cannot use it, and you can see if I hover over it, it just shows you the back of the card. When you flip it, then it will show you the full card. All right, so that was Sprocket 314 showing you how the game works. And important thing to know is that you can when you close the game, it will remind you that you want to save the game because you can postpone the game. I'm gonna say no, but basically you could load it up. Everything gets stored. Right, so that's me done. If you have any questions, I'm in the Discord channel permanently. So yeah, you can just ask me any questions. And I believe we're going to be playing some games online, and I would like to be streaming so people can see how the game plays. Okay, that's all for me. Hopefully you enjoyed and you learned something. Bye bye.